Okay, we're good to go. Alrighty, we're going for a test ride in this beautiful 1957 Buick with a few cracks in the windshield, but that's why the good one's coming with it. And we had a little bit of snow, real cold weather, but a little warming up, and of course it's really warm in California.
The heat's working nice.
Oh, yeah, the heat, yeah, thank you. That's good to have that heater working.
Yeah.
And we got windshield new wiper blades and functional electric wiper. So you want to turn the wiper on? We can show our friend how it works.
There we go.
And this is electric one. In the old days, they were vacuum, and they would slow down when you went up a hill. That was a lot of fun. Going up a hill in a rainstorm, and your wipers would stop on you. Oh God! I remember this. My father had a '51 Packard that did that. Okay, one coming. Oh yeah, one coming. Let's get this Buick will move right out, but I don't want to intimidate other drivers.
No.
Yeah, they really juiced up the horsepower in 1957. I think it's like 340.
So 361, I believe.
361, yeah. Real.
She's charging real good. The temp gauge is working. Well, pressure's all nice and high. All the gauges.
You did a lot of work on this sweet car. We did everything with the cosmetics, but we didn't want to make that choice.
New shocks.
Yeah, new front shocks. They were pretty pricey, and new brakes. I think we did the brakes. You did the brakes. It's a very popular bicycle path. Not too many out today, but this is where the bicyclists like to run along. It's a pretty house there, nestled in the lee side of the mountain there, the hill.
You want to continue down the
Yeah,
hill?
let's go for a little ride. This is we got some plates on it. Say 57 Buick on them, but that's okay. It's insured and show my friends in California. They got beautiful country out there, nicer weather, but they don't have too many scenes like this. Not in LA. This is the area where they went through for the Oregon Trail. They on the trip to Salt Lake City, and then over there to the California back in the day. And the Cherokee Trail went right through our property there, back there. That's what I understand.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty amazing. The Poudre River, they were very hardy people. Pretty quiet engine, isn't it?
Yeah, sounds good. Real good.
Well, the
Tranny shifts nice.
Yeah, the Buick, they've made great improvements. That Dynaflow by 57, it was a lot more responsive. In fact, let's go part of the way up over Horseshoe to show how they turn left up there. We'll show how this old guy really likes to get up and go. Get you in here. You're the mechanic who did all the work. This is Ken. Hi, Ken. Hi. Old-time mechanic. He's not that old, but he did work in this car.
We did do all the complete tune-up and carburetor overhaul.
I mean, it could. I would think on a nice time of weather, it could be up to a trip to California driven, but there's a lot of nuts out there. I don't know anything that happens. I remember one time driving my old 41 Lincoln Continental, and people wanted to look at the car, and they kind of look at you, and they kind of veer over in your path, and it's kind of scary, you know.
Oh yeah.
Speedometer will be nice. The one we found in the trunk all wrapped up, calibrated to 0. The man set the speed monitor to 90. It wasn't working quite right, so let's put it at 90. We don't have my camera up quite a bit. This is pretty. I don't have I'm not a professional cameraman, but it's
Yeah, we gotta tighten the screw up here
yeah.
to get this.
All little things. We'll get that. Yeah.
Just luckily you can tighten them up. You don't have to replace them.
Oh my goodness.
Everything is made to be worked on these days.
This car was meant to be, and you think about it, Ken, it was meant to be saved. I mean, it was meant to be saved. It wasn't, even though it sat outside for,
It's a
what do you
great
say,
privilege to
50
get
years. 50 years. And then see, the dashboard's in really good shape. The steering wheel's in good shape. There's this one little part in it, on the glove, where the glove box, where the vinyl, but that's easy to remove. Take that glove box off and color, get the same kind of colored vinyl, or actually rob it off the back seat here, the back of the seat. And any kind of upholstery man can do that. It's easy. LA is the home of the lowriders and stuff like that, so they got people who know they're working these old cars.
Is the gentleman that wants to buy this, is he from California?
Yeah. Greater LA, somewhere there. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, sure, I guess so. I thought we want to go up to. Yeah, we can go. Let's go up to the very top there and look over the Horsetooth where that parking lot is. I have every confidence in this. I never named this car. I didn't want to get naming it because this is our down below is our Horsetooth Reservoir.
It's all frozen.
Yeah, froze up now. There's some water.
No boats on there today.
No, nobody water skiing today. But you know, it's these big old balloon tires they used in the old days, and the suspension rides. It's a comfortable ride. My uncle used to drive off to Vermont.
Oh, my mama would have loved this little girl.
And yeah, I think we can turn around right in this parking lot here. I wanted to give my friend in California a little sightseeing tour. I'm gonna try to get help get this on YouTube video like I did for the 58 Chevy truck.
Oh, it's on YouTube?
Well,
yes?
yeah, I have to. Come on in. Nice lady.
Yes.
Nice car, but that won't be around. That Honda.
Oh, no.
That Honda will be history. It won't make it to 60 years. It will not make 65 years.
That helped hooking the power brakes up to this little girl.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, they're working a lot better.
You know, this was the Special in the Century had a narrower and a lower look than the big old Roadmaster and so forth, and Roadmaster Riviera, which was the top of the line.
Right.
And I like that. I mean, I feel like it's not looking over the hood. It isn't quite like looking over an ocean of front end. I mean, it's not huge. It's moderate, and I like that narrow hood. It's a big improvement over the earlier ones. Did downshifted. He went through all that. So
And we did the service on the transmission. It looked real good inside.
you know, if I had two working eyes, I remember I drove that old Packard back from Hershey. I have no qualms about driving this thing. The seats are, you know, guy, I'm going to put that black sheet on top of that seat. It isn't bad. It's not bad. I mean, they're not, you know, the springs coming up your butt and all.
No,
It's not,
hell no. It's very comfortable still.
well, it wasn't satin for, and you know, someone asked me a question about it. You know, it's been off the road so many years, it wasn't exposed to all that mag chloride and stuff.
Right.
That's why it has no rust out along the rockers. I see 5-year-old trucks on the road that are rusted out.
Colorado used to have good cars, but we don't anymore.
They stopped using they didn't use mag chloride in the mid '70s. I don't think they started until the 2000s and stuff.
Yeah.
Hope this is not getting too long, too tedious a video. It's up to 10 minutes or so. But we're having fun. I see some goats along here, and I've seen some alpaca. when we get back, I'll do a walk around too. It's
Want me to back her right in where she was? Or?
sure, that's fine. That's fine. There's some nice horses over there. They got their big, heavy winter coats on.
No rattles in the old girl or
No,
nothing? I mean,
no.
she's pretty tight still.
Yeah, a little wind whistle. There's some
Yeah.
weather's dripping there on the other door. Is tired. You know, the nice thing is there's really no. They didn't use much pot metal in this car, so stuff that looks a little bit that'll clean right up with some 4-0 steel. Whoa, I know it will. We just have been so busy doing other things. We haven't done the detail business. You know, I'd hire 3 or 4 junior high school kids and get a gallon of paint and clean it all up and just paint it by hand. It would look remarkable. It would look different. Maybe better not to do that. Just clear coat it or scuff it down and clear coat it. That's what people do. They want to show off to friends that there's not rusty, no Bondo. Where are we going now, mister? Just getting his text messages, I suppose.
Yeah.
Give him a honk the horn.
Yeah,
The
we're
horn
right
works,
behind you.
yeah.
I can make sure he sees me there.
Yeah.
There we go.
We'll turn and we'll show how well the horn
Turn
works too.
signal's working there.
Good. Yeah. Let's the horn sound. It's got a nice sounding horn, doesn't it? Yeah, it's got two-tone horns they had in these old Buicks. They were pretty. That's that funky speedometer. Well, that's why I probably should just disconnect that thing.
Probably a good idea. Just to keep it from breaking.
Yeah, see the speedometer, this is the broken speedometer. That's why I haven't rebuilt one. It's got it has a cute little thing, that red band, but we're doing 120 according to the speedometer, but I don't think so. I think we're doing about 30 or 35.
Oh, I can't believe how good she's running, really.
No, I'm happy. Will you?
I'm burning on the gas and she's going right along.
We did, each thing was like the baton rally. You said, okay, what's next? Okay, let's do this and let's do that. And then you said the brand new rubber fuel line. That's very important. It's the old gasolines. You decided in '57 to put rubber lines, and the reason was they didn't want them to rust out. That's interesting, isn't it? The rubber line. You think rubber would be vulnerable?
My 65 Oldsmobile in '98, which is my very first car, had one too.
Did a rubber line,
It
yeah.
had a rubber all the way in the frame, yeah.
And the ball joints are good. You checked them and lubed them because ball joints are also a funky area. This is the first year for ball joints apparently. Also, they went from kingpins to ball joints, which was easy to work on, but they're in good shape. Well, I don't know what the mileage reads. What's the odometer say on it? Can you read it?
47.6.
You know, it may be
47.682.
that may very well be the right. That might be the right mileage, Ken, because it's off from 1970. It was only on the road from 57 to 72 or 3.
Exactly.
So it may very well be that's what the mileage was. I don't think it'd be over that. If it'd been driven up to 2,000, it'd be
And
different.
not with the ball joints in the condition
No.
that you're in and stuff.
No, it's a low mileage car. Look at all the deer. I think
Oh, my goodness.
the birds are sitting on those
That's
deer.
worth all the tea in China to me. That's worth more than that.
Yeah, there's a lake over here. The private lake, and no one can go on it. I mean, they can't go boating on it. They can't go fishing on it. But the private lake, I think this fellow John, he can go on it if he wanted to with his kayak. But it's a great house he has there, right down the water. Wow, beautiful. Oh, that's interesting. A new house up there. I didn't notice a new. Oh, they tear down that old. Yes, that's a new house. I've never seen that one there before. Because I've got this up here. This lady, Bernadette. I think she still has that old, funky old house, the original house that goes back to 1930 or something. It's amazing. Well,
Yeah, unfortunately, that new house is like new cars built with inferior
oh my gosh,
materials.
everything is like that. Yeah. And we're back
All
to
particle board floor joists,
Yeah.
particle board flooring.
this sweet car is looking forward to. We've got a real nice real nice ride along the Highway 1, along Big Sur, Colorado, California. Stop traffic.
Oh yeah.
Just pull straight in, I'm sure. Actually, yeah, that's fine. I can walk around in here. It's this as well. I'll do a little video of tour of it. Do it all while it's running. I won't turn it off. I'm afraid to.
Turn it off.
No, go ahead and turn it off. Heaven's goodness gracious. You ran for 15 minutes. It's good enough. Must have been about 5, 6 miles we did. Walk around it and give my friend a video. Let me show you. Okay. Thanks, Ken. Thank you. Okay. Where do I start? Let's start in the back. Okay. This again is a 57 Buick. Okay, thank you. 57 Buick Century. The body is sound. There's a spot down here. I want to point out the spot. Yeah, solid metal. Little spot there. Little rust out there. Rockers are good though. No rust on the rockers. Doors are good. I don't see any deviations in the front. Fender is banged up otherwise. Really clean. Windshield, you can't help but notice that. The hood is good. Grill is good. It's got one little owie over here in this one. I wonder why they didn't put lights in these things. I always thought, what a cool place to be to put fog lights or something. But that didn't have it that way. Maybe you could put fog lights in. A little dimple there. But this metal is so good, it'll clean up with some steel wool. It doesn't need to be replated. It's a lot of money for re-chroming. I wouldn't do it. The antenna, well, those old radios, we don't even know if it works. Looks like the antenna is broken off. They reproduce those things. They're available, but I frankly would just plug in my device and listen off the Apple or something like that, or Amazon. Wouldn't even worry about the radio. Now this is the driver's side rear door I referenced. I've got a good piece of trim from a parts car, a little dimple there, and the word Century is missing the Y. I've seen them online. This has got a little bit pushed in here. Not too bad. It's got the similar kind of a owie down here, a little rot there. And walking around, I see a little bit here, right at the beginning of the trim molding. But back to the roof. There's nothing wrong with the roof. It's just a paint blister right off, and it could be sanded, scuffed it, and heck, you could spray that get a can of clear coat from Home Depot, and it would seal it up. People do that. They don't even want the cars to be painted. Let's walk around the back here. Trying to be thorough, and we just really haven't had time to mess around with the chrome and 4.0 steel wool. I wish I had more time for that, but I don't. The trunk is fine. Let me get the keys and open the trunk. I'll set this down for a minute.